so that answers your question about have we approved this purchase?
Right.
And we already entered into this buy-sell agreement, and I believe that was on our agenda. We'll have to look and just
Okay.
confirm that. But yeah, that's what ended up happening. So then we sent it to the title company after we got the appraisal back, and we found out that there was a lien against, and that sat there for, I don't know, 5 months.
Yeah.
This has been going on for well over a year now.
Right. So I think all that's cleared up now, and so I think it is now possible to actually execute the agreement, pay the money, take ownership of that property.
Now, I'm confused though, why, we were talking about Swimley and working on an easement and getting an easement and now, but the solution has always been to buy this property.
Well, we needed to have Ben look at it and confirm that that's how it should happen. Ben did the Swimley part.
Right, so Swimley had looked at it, and you guys were transferred an easement from the Montana Department of Transportation, also regarding this land. Now,
Well, just stop it right there. If we've got an easement, why are we buying the property?
I can show you,
It's a little, yeah.
but I gotta draw it out for you.
Okay.
This is one of these ones where drawing it out for you will make a lot better sense than me trying to explain it.
Okay.
A lot of landowners involved.
So there's an easement that runs, the property is roughly shaped, I think, about like this,
Okay.
okay? Now there's an easement that runs down the center of that property that extends 30 feet, or maybe at 30 feet or 40 feet each side of the center. And I'm pulling these numbers out of my memory, I may be off on the, okay. So essentially what we have is we have an easement that goes like this. Okay? Well, that's great. So then we own property here, and here, and here. Okay? So how are you gonna get from here to here, or from here to here, or from here to here? Because you don't have an easement to cross that, or to cross that. You almost have an easement to cross that.
Yeah, the chill pit.
So it's just so fine. Well, that's
Okay.
fine.
And so, but the next thing is, so there's an easement there.
So why do you need to, why do you need to cross that?
To get to it.
To get to the
Well, where is
property.
it? To get, we don't need to get, that's our own property. To
That's
get
your
to
own
our
property.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, what the
yeah.
hell I want to.
Because this is where they wanna put that park, and this is where they wanna do that fishing access site. And so, I mean, it's great, you can get right at the edge of it and go. I can almost get there. Heck, I might be able to jump
we have
over it, but if I
done
wanna
that?
take my camper down there, it's gonna be kinda hard for me to huck it over the line.
Couldn't we have done that thing you told us, adverse possession? We just did it and then.
Yeah, but that, we could, but that'll take us about another 5 to 7 years, and it'll cost us more than $7,500.
Let's do
Well,
it.
why would it? Unless, if somebody objects, it wouldn't cost us a dime.
Well, if nobody objects.
I'm joking, I'm being
Right.
facetious.
Oh, no, absolutely no. But I mean, these are all things that I kind of weighed going through. And so the other thing is, whenever you have an easement, that is a less firm form of ownership or access than actually, of course, owning the property. And it's subject to, it's easier to sue somebody over trying to get an easement modified or altered or removed. Whoever owned that property would be able to do that, whereas if we own the property, we'd be complaining about ourselves.
Okay.
Basically, the easement just isn't wide enough.
And the easement's not wide enough.
Yeah,
60 feet, I imagine.
but
I
this,
think it is.
Yeah, most county roads are. Most
But
county-
when you look at the size and the shape of that parcel,
Yeah.
and in some places it does hit the edge.
Mm-hmm.
In other places it doesn't. And this way, I mean, for $7,500, the whole problem is solved.
Yeah, I think this is the best solution. Appreciate the work Mike and you guys have put in on this. But we're not gonna have an issue with the sales price, right? He agrees to that.
No.
It's under the, it's under
There's
the
the,
appraised
there's
value.
the, yeah, there's the buy sell. It appraises at, I think, $7,904. And the agreed sale price was $7,500. But that was probably the appraised value of it when we did the buy sell agreement, however long ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
Really the only value to the property is accessing our parcels. There are other parcels above ours, between ours and the highway, and people have been using that to get in and out of their property, for an indefinite period of time. But that's not really a major concern, I guess. It's never really been used to access our parcels.
but it'll help, it'll make an uncontested access to the main project
Exactly.
with the fish well. And so I recommend we move on this as soon as we can.
That's kind of my recommendation.
Yeah, so that way
We have stumbled
we
over
can
this
start
for 2
moving on
years.
And also, so Rodagero, right, you know, we've had that whole issue there with Rodagero, and he doesn't really want us to put that in down there. Okay, look, if we don't buy this parcel, he could step and say, I'll give you $10,000 for that. You know, and Mr. Nerell,
Nellermo.
I'm having,
Nellermo.
Nellermo, I'm having a real hard time with his name. So yeah, sure, I'll sell it to you for $10,000. And then we'd be in a legal fight with Rodagero for the next, 4 or 5 years, trying to figure out where easements run, whether or not they contact our property or not. And I mean, that would essentially put paid to the account of trying to do that project down there.
Mhm.
I like to think that when we get that campground, that Rodagero would see the light and just get rid of that 2.5 acres, whatever it is, it's in our way. And
It's
we
not
can
in our way anymore.
Then we can access it from the highway to 87 or 12.
Oh, okay. Scared me in our way. I'm like, what the hell? I thought we eliminated the
Oh,
problem.
no.
This is just another access.
Really by purchasing that property, look, we'll be able to go right around them, won't matter a bit.
Okay.
He can use it for whatever he wants.
Well, then we gotta develop the 6 acres on the south side of the river.
We really do need to at least fence it.
So we put a cow in.
Yeah,
Got water and grass.
or put
Goats.
some, put a camp, picnic table over there or something.
Table and campground, fire pit or two.
That was recommended to put down at the fairgrounds as a couple of fire pits. Kind of in the center of where all those,
That's something we've never entertained.
it might be a neat idea, people camping out there, they use a fire pit.
It'd be kind of fun.
That might be kind of neat. I know that I've been to campgrounds where they've had them, and I can't imagine being there without one, to be honest with you. It'd be like, what do you
Well, that's part of the fun, going camping.
do? Yeah,
I mean, it's, the forest TV. Sit there and watch the fire burn down. You can do that for a couple hours. Just watch it burn, watch the coals, poke the coals.
I burned up a whole pile of garbage Monday. I had my fire permit and everything,
well, good.
but Tuesday night, that wind came up 44 miles an hour in my house. And I got thinking about it was all burned out, of course, was it?
Yeah, was it?
So I went over there about 9 o'clock, and sure enough, here was it, starting to burn. And I took the tractor and I buried it with a bunch of dirt. So, and I went back at 11 o'clock and it was out, so.
Good thing you had that.
But you know what?
Tractor serviced, good thing. you had
Yeah. I thought, well, I get up in the morning and everything I got over there is gone.
that. Yeah, that'd be your luck.
Well, I'll toss this one out to you, Commissioner Goffney and Commissioner Turley. When that wind picked up and started howling,
Yeah.
I had a real nice 4-wheeler ATV black cover over my 4-wheeler.
Uh-huh.
And, I suspect that's probably somewhere around one of your guys' properties by now. Cause that sucker flat disappeared. And if it hasn't made it all the way to North Dakota yet,
Maybe.
you never know, but it was nice, it was new, so if you happen to see it blowing across your place, if you wouldn't mind grabbing it for me.
Keep that in mind.
Probably hung up down there at the refuse.
Where it belongs.
Probably. Yeah, I ordered another one, so this one has straps on it. So I'm gonna buckle it down.
See, we live in.
Where do you get one of those?
An ATV cover?
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon better.
Yeah.
It'll be here, I think, Monday morning.
Isn't that Amazon crazy?
It
So they're having a strike, so.
is. Might not make it here Monday morning. I don't know.
I heard it's tough to work there though. I heard that, you gotta keep pace,
Ooh,
Well, I'm sure.
you
no wrong with that. But,
Hmm.
know. I don't think I would get to work on an assembly line. I think that would keep me.
well, we'll get that bake sale going so we can buy that from Mountain
Yeah.
You never underestimate them old church women, boy, they can put on a bake sale.
Oh, and I guess speaking of ladies who are good at cooking, I had some of your wife's cake at the judge's retirement party. That was very good.
Yeah. I get mine at Costco. She wants to hear that. I can't afford hers. Yeah, and that was a good retirement party.
It was. That was fun.
Where was it at?
In
In Billings, I don't know. I don't even know how I found that place.
yeah.
But I managed to. So I hit the Golden Valley Christmas party.
Oh, yeah, you
From-
get around with it.
Yeah, I think I hit that one from about 4 to 6:30, and then turned around and swung down and hit the judge's retirement party. I think I wound up pulling back in home about midnight that night.
Yeah.
So it was in Billings, huh?
It was.
Yeah.
Because his wife was also retiring.
Yeah, okay.
And so they were
She's
doing
a
both at the same
nurse.
time.
And she knew a place.
Yep. And the county attorneys from all the different areas where the judge was the judge for,
Oh, yeah.
we got him a pistol.
Oh, really?
And it was a Taurus judge.
Oh, yeah.
And Adam got overly creative with it. He did a good job.
Oh,
But he had on each cylinder of the revolver, he had inscribed one of the counties. So it was,
Oh,
he had
really?
Wheatland County, Golden Valley
Oh, really?
County, Muscle Shell County, and then once he finished inscribing all those, he had one left, and so then he had 14th Judicial District Court, on one. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you guys. I mean,
What kind of gun was it? So-
it's called the Judge, but I want to say it shoots 44 Magnum or 410 shotgun shells out of it.
Okay, but is it got like a 4.5-inch barrel, 6-inch barrel? Is it snub or?
No, it's not a snub.
Okay,
It
that's
was-
cool.
It was cool. I mean, it was.
wow.
They make certain, the judges, because I've been looking at them, they make several calibers. It could be a 44, or it could be a 41. I'm looking at a
Yeah.
41, actually.
It's
And
40
they're
yards
actually
between.
very good.
I've got a 45 called the Evil Roy, not the Evil Roy, the Hand of God.
And
Mm.
And it's made by Centurion, it's in Udaberti or whatever. But it's the same gun Russell Crowe uses in 410 to Yuma.
Okay.
It's got the cross on it, the Hand of God.
Mm.
Never been shot.
It's an investment.
See, I just have an old 1911 45 ACP. They never jam, they never break.
ACP, is that a Colt? Is that a?
No, it's an automatic.
Yeah.
It's a 1911.
Probably a collector's item.
Oh, it's not that old. I mean,
You said 1911.
well, that's the
Well,
model.
that's
Oh,
the
okay.
model.
That's when they first started. That's the model. But I mean, they're still made out of real metal.
Yeah.
They're not high grade Tupperware like the new Glocks.
Yeah, or whatever printed.
Mhm.
I once traded a Colt Peacemaker my brother gave me
Mm.
for a 30-06 rifle, and he about killed me
Yeah.
because it was a collector's item. He said, "Are you stupid?" I said, "Well, I must be because I didn't know." I mean, you think of the guy that traded me. He knew all along. Well, yeah,
Oh, you know, gosh, I don't know.
Give me that Colt and $100 and I'll give you this.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
As the only male grandchild, I got all the guns that kind of came in from both sides of the family.
Oh,
And one of my favorite is my mom's dad, so my grandpa on my mom's side. Right after World War II, they had all kinds of excess inventory, the government did, and so they were selling stuff off, and one of the things they were selling off was they had all these bolt action 30-06. And so I've got and I think it's a Springfield 30 GOVT 06, but you could buy one for $5 if you joined the NRA. And so we joined up everybody in the family, and this is the only one that was left. And so that's a really fun, neat old gun that I've just enjoyed playing with.
My granddad did the same thing.
Did you do the same thing?
Old army of them old,
yeah.
them old .6s. They've only got the ones we have, only have a half-turn rifle. You know, they're not double rifle. They just got a half.
Oh, really?
But boy, have I have used that thing. Holy smokes! Some of the family members took all of the wood off of it and had it a little more commercialized, but I kept the wood on theirs, and god damn, I've shot a lot of things with that.
Well, I've still got his old peep sight from it and it works.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to take it in because he had a buddy put scope mounts on it. I think there's an excellent chance his buddy was drinking when he did it because he didn't get them on straight. And so I had to take it in, and the gunsmith I had working on it had to weld and fill in the holes and then smooth it down and then re-tap it. And he did a really, really beautiful job. But while it was in the gunsmith shop, guys kept coming in trying to buy it. Wouldn't buy that one, you know. That's not for sale. You know, well, how about this one? No, not for sale. What about no? You know.
It's surprisingly accurate, this old gun.
Oh yeah.
That's what I like about it, even though it's not really surprisingly accurate.
My grandfather got the Spanish-American War,
Oh.
1896. For 30-40 crags, he bought a whole case of them, handed them out to the shoot coyotes. I got one of those.
Oh wow.
1896.
Those are good old buggers too.
Oh yeah, it's got the damn peep sight that you can crank it up to 2,000 yards. And I thought, wow. I used to take it out and shoot prairie dogs at 1,000 yards, open sight. I didn't hit them every time, but when I did, it was really impressive.
Fairly spectacular.
Yeah. Well, I had some 200 grain bullets
Yeah.
that came with it. I could actually shoot that gun and set it down before it hit. It thump.
I can believe that.
We found an old gun down in my grandpa's barn when we were cleaning it out, and I have no idea what it was doing down there. It had been down there for a long time. We had to get it all cleaned out and everything. And I mean, because it had quite a bit of corrosion on it. But it was an old 25-35, Winchester
Oh, yeah.
25-35.
I have one.
You've got one of those?
Oh, and I had it. I had the new firing pin put in it. God damn, that's a wonderful gun.
I don't know. I've always thought it'd be fun to put in for a white-tailed doe permit somewhere, and then
Yeah.
go shoot my white-tailed doe with
And
one
you
of those.
can. I've shot several deer with it.
Yeah.
It was the precursor to all the 6mm guns.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was because of. It was the 243s, all of the 6mm, all of those.
Well, so that 25-35. Well, the fun thing about it is it's got stamped in the barrel. It's got specifically for use with smokeless powder.
Oh, really?
You know, 'cause that was a
I'll be
new
darned.
thing.
Is it a round barrel or octagon barrel?
It's round barrel.
Mine is octagon. It's a 1902 model.
All right.
And that thing, I took it to. Of course, I had to take it to a gunsmith, and he says this gun has not been shot much.
Yeah.
And oh, I love that thing. And it's lightweight, but it shoots really well. and I take it on the scabbard.
Well, I'll tell you what, save your brass. Make sure you, I'm not kidding, because when I got it, I couldn't find any ammo for it, and so I bought the reloading stuff for it,
So did I.
and then I researched it. And Winchester only does a run of brass every 2 to 4 years. And,
I've got a pile of brass that I bought. I mean, well, a pile of shells. But just like you, as you know, the best ones, the most accurate are the ones that you reload yourself.
right. Well, and so I got to looking around online. I was looking for brass everywhere. And I mean, I couldn't find anybody with brass. Finally, I found some old boy, and I mean, I would say he was down in Georgia, and he had 100 pieces of brass for sale. And so I contacted him and said, you know, I want to buy that brass. And he goes, you know, all right, $150. And I said, well, you know, that's kind of steep, you know, what about like 50 or 60? He said, if you want to, feel free to go buy it somewhere. And I said, all right, fine, man, here's your $150. Because you're literally the only guy that has any that I can find. And so I have 100 loaded rounds for that thing, and that's it.
What got me started on that rifle was, because I was looking and I found one when I was over in Missoula at a gun show. Anyway, what got me started on that was that my grandfather gave my great uncle a 25-35 brand new one in like 1922 for breaking a horse, and he loved that gun. Well, and he even shot a grizzly bear with the damn thing in 1958 up at West Yellowstone.
Good.
Yeah, it took him 2 days to get it, but he went after it. He was a good horseman. And he saddled up and he just went after that bear because he was eating cattle from there was this family from Idaho Falls that had a range unit up there, and there was a bear that came in and ate a pile of their cattle. They had yearlings up there. He just went after it. He got it, and he had that bear. That bear would not fit. It was as big as a bull. It would not fit on this wall, or barely fit on that wall. Had it on his cabin. And that's what got me started on that. And so I bought one, and of course I had the firing, because the firing pin sticks out just from here as you.
You know, I can't remember. I hadn't even shot the thing that much. I mean, hell, it took me 2.5 years just to get bullets for it. And so I think I've probably only shot it a couple of times.
Oh, you'll love it, man! That thing is it's accurate. I really like it. I have a 303 British that I bought.
Ooh, okay, those are fun.
And it was still in the Cosmo.
Oh, really?
I paid $100 for it, like 95 or something really low. And that's another one. I like the heck out of that daggone thing. But I want to put I do want to put a scope on it. And it doesn't need to be anything powerful, but just anything to make it a little more accurate.
A little more. Always fun. I like playing with those old guns.
Yeah, yeah.
I inherited an 1880 Japanese rifle. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Matsurock or something like that. 1880. But I couldn't even figure out the caliber of the damn thing. I think it's like a 44 or something. Might be a 50. It's a big bore. But it supposedly melted them all down. This one got through somehow.
Somehow made it through.
Yeah. So I got that, but I don't think I'll ever shoot it.
Yeah.
Japan was good at making some good guns back in those days.
Yeah, 1880 on it. But the Japanese, you could have won the war with that. I found an old 45-70 up in the cabin up in the hill one time. 45-70 with the octagonal barrel, long neck barrel.
I've got one of those, a Henry one of those.
Yeah,
They got a kick to them, don't they?
I never shot it because it had the stock was busted. I gave it to my cousin's uncle down in Ingomar because he built guns. Gave it to him and he refurbished the Hagen's all perfect. And, but then when he died, I thought I'd get it back, but I didn't get it back. It's still somewhere.
Somewhere.
His son got it, or his couple of sons he had it. But I'd like to have it back.
I've been looking at a series of Henry rifles that you can get at either Cabela's or Shields
Yeah.
that are either of that caliber or 44 Magnum. There's also a 44-40. I haven't shot any of them, so I'm just been doing some research as to which one I want because it's to the point now. If you go in the mountains and if you don't have something like that, and a damn bear comes around, you need to be able to protect yourself.
Well, when I go hiking, I carry that 45, and
Yeah.
my little brother and his friend from Chicago, they come out with me, and I was taking them, and we were gonna hike into a high mountain lake, and his friend from Chicago, his eyes about fell out of his head when I pulled out and I started strapping on my 45. Well, what's that for?
Indians.
Said critters? What kind of critters? I'm like, we got black bear back here, we got grizz back here.
Yeah.
Guy and his dog got attacked by a black bear up that lake 4 years before. I mean, we got wolves here, we got mountain lions, you know, you just never know. He goes, do you think we'll run into some of those? I said, probably not, but
Well,
it's better to have and, you know, not need than to need and not have.
Yeah.
This poor kid from Chicago, I mean, he just had no concept
no.
of we're going back into the middle of the back of beyond. And, you know, it's a good idea to be carrying a firearm.
No, that's good. You know, Mike, because I have a brand new 4570. It's that blue steel. It's a Henry. I got mine off the internet. Actually, I bought them through Shipton,
Yeah.
but they hook up with Davis something. And but if you feel like it, we'll go shoot that thing and see what you
Yeah.
think.